Alrighty then, hello YouTube, I'm the Red Wright and welcome back to Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney. Last episode, we didn't even get to talk to our defendant, who I can't remember the name of. Who is it? This guy, Walkie Kitaki, yeah. And apparently, a lot of stuff happened, and apparently we met the great Clavier Gavin and Emma Sky. Anyway, none of that is important. This is important. So, Mr. Wright's not here today? He's supposed to be my assistant! What do you mean he's not here?
He said his whole foot injury was acting up.
A foot injury? Give me a break. Old injury? It was all smiles yesterday.
Yes, he smiled when he said we'd be fine as long as you're there, TRUCY.
What? Yes. Fine. We'll be fine. Here comes justice! I started my voice training at 5 this morning.
Ooh, do something now. I want to see. Here.
Okay, Edelweiss. I can't think of the rest. What if I did? Wait, it's coming back to me. Hang on a minute. Could you give me a minute?
Oh, no problem. Just remember it.
Small and bright, clean with light. I don't remember it.
Oh, that was good. That was good.
Okay, if I remember it, I will gladly sing it. If you guys want to hear me sing it, just let me know. Oh. Okay, this is what I gotta remember. My name is Apollo Justice, and I'm fine!
Just sing again. I much prefer that.
Sorry.
It sounds more like a self-mantra than voice training.
I'm fine, you know what I'm saying. Who? Oh. Hello. Like, good morning. Is that the blue badger on his shirt with a beard? Yo, what's up? What's up? Hit me with the guilty verdict. Gee, see if I care. Just hang loose and let things go with the flow. You know what I'm saying. That's not my job. Walkie, don't be running here your mouth like that in here. See? That's the difference between you and me, old man. I ain't afraid of no cops. Real G's can't keep it real till they spend some time hard on the pen. Hey, busy. I should probably put on my... don't disturb for now. Thank you. You have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
Sounds like they've both been voice training too, Apollo.
Just fears realized. The trial's starting and I still haven't had a real talk with my client. Oh, doy. Well then, let's get going, shall we? Is Prosecutor Gavin gonna be in? Yes, we're fit. Oh, and TRUCY is my assistant. Okay, so we got exchange one right for another. Neat. Okay. Court is now in session for the trial of Walkie Kitaki. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Ready to rock and roll, Herr Judge. Herr, that means like Mr. in German.
Ah, it's him. The guy from yesterday. He's a prosecutor?
It's Mr. Gavin's brother. Hello, Clavier. Long time no see, Prosecutor Gavin. Long time no see. Were you taking a leave of absence? You know that little band I started with my free time? Thing is, we got real popular. He's a band player? Hard to say 9 to your fans when 3 of your singles go platinum, ja? Ja! That was the word I was looking for, yesterday. I see. To be honest, I was a little concerned. What? Feared that you might still be distraught over that one trial. I'm sure his brother is fine. I mean, I guess he probably is worried about his brother. Not to worry, Herr Judge. I wouldn't miss this day in court for the world. It's worth even more than VIP passes to one of my concerts, yeah? How could I pass up a chance to see the true strength of the little boy who bested my brother? Oh, thank you! Oh, thank you, Clavier. You're so nice! It was worth canceling a show or two. Wow! I hope he stays nice throughout this entire series. Understood. You may give your opening statement to the court. Before that, I was thinking, is the air in this courtroom not a bit serious? It is a court of law. That's no way to get the crowd jumping, Air Judge. They're not supposed to jump. This is a courtroom. Ooh, this music. Ah, rock music in a courtroom? I'm all ears. And that brief pause was I was trying to achtung. I don't know what that means. I'll have to research a little bit. Achtung, baby. Today we play it my way. What's that noise? Oh, it's not just a theme. The music is actually playing, but how? Oh, I thought it was just his theme, like, you know. Sometimes you have to get on up in order to get down. To prosecuting. Oh, I love him already. This is crazy. No, it's not. It's awesome. The victim, Paul Maractus, director of the Maractus Clinic. The scene. Excuse me. People thought he was found pulling a noodle stand. What in the world was the doctor doing pulling a noodle stand? Yes, I believe. You will only find that out by asking the defendant right here, right now. Because it is undeniable truth that he shot the victim. What do you mean? Undeniable. If you're going to glare at anyone, Air Judge, glare at the punk in the defendant's chair. His crime was witnessed quite clearly, you see? Very well. Please admit this witness to the court. What? What? He just did a whole electric guitar solo. Oh, I love you, Clavier. I love you very, very much. You are the best prosecutor I have seen. Sorry, Godot. Sorry, Edgeworth. I never liked you, Francisca. Clavier, number 1, up top. 9, not yet. Oh, come on, really? I want to give you a high five. 9, not yet. Oh, wow, that was awesome. First, there is a little matter to be cleaned up. Talk without the accompaniment? No, talk with the accompaniment. This needs a lively courtroom. Without Phoenix right here, he needs to bring the right spirit. But we got another right here, so you know something's gonna go wrong.
I swear I could see the guitar for a second.
Really? Trucy? What is it, Prosecutor Gavin? The motive, Air Judge. Why did the little punk do it? Why did he kill the director of the Maractus Clinic? Objection! Well, Apollo, we gotta know that. Not so fast. The defendant doesn't have to explain that. Why not? Oh, but what if the defendant specifically requested to do so, as he did this morning? I want to give a shout out to all my homies, I believe he said. What? What is right?
They always say that on stage. You should hit the crowd with speed and ferocity. Sounds like it got you good, huh, Polly?
Well, this is highly unusual, but the court will now hear from the defendant concerning his motive in the crime. Oh, boy. So, you, son, are the defendant. Walkie, are you? I ain't your son, old man. You step to a Kentucky, you best be prepared to step strong. Please don't tell me this is gonna be Ronda-like, but just evil. You step to a public official. You best be prepared to step in jail.
You gotta hand it to him. Walkie sure has guts.
It's not his guts I'm worried about. Then whose? Well then, the court will now hear testimony on the defendant's motive from the defendant himself. So we're cross-examining the defendant. Nothing new, but... I'll tell you one thing, that doctor was a quacker. Someone had to show him what's what. I was in his clinic about half a year ago. He messed up my arm. Something bad. And then he just let me go, without a word. See you later, bye. So I gotta go in, get another doc to patch me up again. That was the day I done figured out no OG's gonna let that pass. That's why I went to his pad that night. You know what I'm saying? That didn't reveal anything. You're saying that you were one of the victim's patients? A lot of stuff goes down when you're keeping it real on the street. True that. Tell you one thing, that doc was whack. Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination. I believe this is the first time I'm hearing about all of this. Oh my gosh, do we even have anything against this guy? Doctor was a quacker. I'm just looking at it. So we have the knife, noodle stand. Let me just look at this. Under trash can of people spark stink bloomers. Okay. Noodle stand, victim died pulling it. Known as a shift. Found at the crime scene during walkie sprints. Autopsy, June 14th after 10 cause of death, single bullet to right temple. Okay. We're examining the prints. No way I can examine this, no way.
Look at this fellow, Mr. O'Doo spelled his name backwards on this side.
I think that says noodle.
As in O'Doo's noodles. Oh, I get it. So the name of the story is the same whether you read it forwards or backwards.
Yeah, I guess it would be. Well, except for the last S.
And how about a store called Team Meat?
Close, but that would be Time Mate backwards. What kind of store is that?
I said it sells meat, not meat, unless it's Team Meat.
Hey, that didn't tell me anything. Is this even good? I'm probably wasting my time with this. Oh, good grief. I get to check the panties. Oh? Huh, what's this?
These clothes sure have a distinct design.
Certainly know who they belong to at a glance.
I wish he doesn't have to write her name on them. Genius.
I wonder then writing your name would be easier than drawing a plum blossom. Alright, let's just press and see what we got. First of all, the word you're looking for is quack. Isn't that a little harsh? He's your family doctor. Who asked you, Pointy Locks? Just who do you think you are? I'm your defense attorney. Your lawyer? Yes. Look, I ain't trying to hear that. He was a quacker. Plain and simple. Okay? I'm gonna have to show him what was what. By someone, you mean? Is there anyone with a score to settle with his doctor? Besides you, I mean? Better ask somebody else, Holmes. What do I care? I made up my own mind and did what I had to do. Straight gangsta style. But why were you so mad at this doctor? Yo, sit back and listen while I drop it, J-Man. Okay, why were you so mad at him? I'm just claiming about half a year ago. You messed up my op something bad. So you were a patient at the Miraculous Clinic half a year ago. For what reason? I had what you might call a mark of honor. Can you explain precisely what was wrong? You had a little run-in with the Rivals family? That's when I pulled a jack move. What? Ran into an ambush. G busted a cap right in me. According to my sources, you couldn't stand the stress of waiting. Ran in 15 minutes before the appointment time by yourself. Hey, I was more than a match for those guys. You carried you to the Miraculous Clinic from there? Apparently, he was shot in the heart. Shot in the heart is still alive?
I can catch bullets between my...
Wow, Trucy, you got guts. And dangerous.
I don't know how to catch them with my heart.
I don't think you're supposed to. You won't stop just short on my thumper, you know what I'm saying? It would have been golden if it weren't for that weird dog. Can't even take out a stupid bullet. So as you say, the surgery was a failure. Ain't all of it, Holmes. Okay, so absolutely nothing on that. Why did he let you go? What do you mean he just let you go without a word? What do you think it means? It's what? That's what. I'm not sure what that means, but it sounds bad. Sounds as though a doctor wished to hide his mistake. This is why he let the defendant go. He's a liar, straight up. He's a better G than me. Okay. What patch specifically? This bullet is still... You knew it, I can still feel it. Von Karma, I knew it was you. It is I. This, you fell for it. Right there in my chest, pressing up against my heart. Your words are like a bullet shot straight into my heart. And you're to blame. You give love a bad name. Or something to that effect. Incidentally, that's one more of our hit singles. That sounds like a straightforward case of malpractice. Word, J-Man. Word, no accident, that faux shizzle. Seems that there were issues with this doctor. Man, putting him down was like doing the world a favor. Walkie, please consult your lawyer before saying things like that.
Chin up, Apollo. Back straight.
But why did this mistake only come to light that day? It was found during family's health checkup. Family checkup? What? That was the wackiest thing of all his G's lining up, taking eye exams and all that. Better to die young than fade away. Bizoy! A relief to hear. What's a relief? Oh, did your father not tell you? That bullet you carry so close to your heart, if not attended to immediately, it could kill you. Wait, what? Yes, Herr Dr. Maractus had knowledge concerning this ticking time bomb. Time bomb? Oh, knowledge that could have saved your life. No, wait, that's whacked. There is proof. Your checkup report. Oh, this must be important. Ironic that you would kill the man capable of helping you. Okay, results from checkup performed in June. Miraculous object found near heart. Blah 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 blah. 19 male. Report filed June 14th. Metallic object found near heart. So it's probably not a bullet. It's probably not a bullet. You're almost as careless as he was. Well, now the time, the place, and the hoping. Let's get this gig started. So started? You've had enough of a warm-up act, Ja. Time to hear from the witness.
My teacher is quiet all of a sudden.
Wait, that's it? I'm a little uneasy myself. Is Gavin's strategy? Who are you? So, you will tell us your name and occupation. Are you a boy or are you a girl? Huh. Oh, what was that? I've never seen Harry Potter's, but who's the teacher that goes, we don't laugh like, ha ha ha, we laugh like this, ha ha ha, or something like that, I don't know. Dolores, probably? I'm not talking, no, I know her name because I've heard it, I'm not just a console fanatic, but no. Okay, how do I, okay. How about I go like a simple, my name? Those eyelashes are really ticking me off. Are you a boy or are you a girl? Why do you have a guy hanging from your neck? My name is Wesley Strickland. I'll give that. By occupation, I take you refer to profit strictly or large and supports the livelihood, in which definition I must confess to being unemployed. However, we must acknowledge this meaning of identity, which is commonly attached to this notion of occupation. Once we have accepted this reality, we see that our confusion is not just so per se, but drives instead of the vagueness inherent in all representation of thought. Stop! By which he means to say that he's a student. You're not Wendy Olbach. Alright, who are you? Okay, he's a male. Junior in science at Ivy University. The witness, a man concerned with truth. Junior at Ivy University, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, the Department of Science and Engineering. Filled with curiosity for all things, I've spent my days in pursuit of truth. Whole honoring one. Herr Stickler, please direct said curiosity to the case at hand today. Very well, Mr. Stickler. Please testify to the court about what you saw the night of the crime. You asked quite specifically what I saw. Well, we must understand that Homo sapien plus two eyes and these designed to receive interpreted. Taking images from somebody. We get it! Thank you for cutting him off. That night, I passed through the park on my way home from shopping, when I saw them. One man pulling a stand, another man facing him. I saw them quite clearly. The man facing the victim was the defendant. In his hand he held, yes, a pistol. He pointed at the man. Nah! It was a or I thought the bullet hit the man pulling the stand from the front, square in the forehead. That or the autopsy report. Was there anyone else in the park at that time? I can say with 100% accuracy that there was not. The pistol was our witnesses refers to. Oh. The court has set this into evidence. Thank you, Gavin. Very well, Mr. Justice. You may begin to cross-examine the witness. Now then, weapon left at the crime scene. 2 rounds were fired. Fingerprints were wiped. Oh, that's not good. Huh. Fingerprints were wiped. Well, that is... It's a finger... Oh. Okay. Oh, don't point that thing at me!
Don't worry, I can handle myself around guns.
TRUCY! Check if the gun is unloaded first. For example,
Magic guns, at least.
what did the pigments come out of? Very reassuring. Okay, nothing suspicious here. But what does it say? Weapon left at the crime scene. 2 rounds were fired. Fingerprints were wiped. Okay, but what does his autopsy report say? Caused damage to brain was only from bullet wound. Okay, let's cross-examine this. Yes, Your Honor. TRUCY, why are you staring at me like that? Like that with witness?
That man. I can't help but feel I've seen him somewhere before.
Panty thief? Panty thief? Is that panty thief? Right. And I depart. Square in the forehead. Yeah, I'll just press every statement. Alright. Let's start. On the way home from shopping, you say, why go through the park?
Ah, a fascinating inquiry, revealing me culpable of being insufficiently for both. Let's consider the time saved by passing through the park on the way home from the store. That time I am capable of solving 2 GMAT problem sets. On average, it requires me 3 minutes 24 seconds to, ergo the time to complete through is on average 6 minutes 48 seconds. However, if the case that the questions are in the verbal category, I'm merely not...
That's enough! Enough! You get the idea. Mr. Justice, the court wants to finish cross-examination sometime this month. Please, I've got a recording booked after the trial.
I'm gonna show you before.
Gee, sorry you're all so busy that we're having to deal with the son of Wendy Oldbag here. One man pulling a stand, another man facing him. Okay? Were these men talking by any chance?
Ah, now that you mention it, there were, though I cannot claim I heard them clearly. Only fragments, such as, you lied to me. Oh, and I'm gonna give you a taste of your own medicine, pal.
Gumshoe. Confirmed? No, probably not. It's just as our defendant claims. I believe you wish to teach the victim what it felt like to take a bullet in the heart. That is true, that this is a vital piece of testimony.
Oh. Sounds like he heard of them clearly enough to me.
You?
Might I be allowed to amend my testimony?
What now?
To be precise, he did not say pal, but...
Dude.
That's the way of it. I swear it's in my mind the point.
What's the difference? And this other man, who was he?
I said correctly. The man facing the victim.
The man facing the victim was the or was that already there? I saw the man facing the victim was the defendant. Huh. We really got no evidence for that. How do you be sure Silver was the defendant? The crime took place at night. It would have been too dark. What was that? You kiss your hand and then do your strike the pages.
Perhaps I was not referenced and not mentioned this earlier.
Huh?
You see, in class, I was in the very back of my seat. Do you know why?
So you can play games on your phone? Who cares?
Because I do not wish anyone to copy my perfect note.
That's a good strategy. How do it relate to your testimony? How?
I meant this to illustrate my predisposition to that which is perfect. It was dark, you say? Yet, there are lights in the park. If I say the defendant was in the park that night, then he was in the park that night. It is a hard, immutable fact. He shares confidence. He seems to be telling the truth, too.
Oh, this witness is getting annoying.
And he's held.
Okay, pistol. Are you sure the pistol that you saw is the same as the one just admitted as evidence?
Am I fair? Surely, you jest. Or so a common witness would be tempted to say.
What?
Flippy. Yet I'm no common witness. I see not only events as they are, but a logical structure governing these events. First, you must consider the fact that it was night in the park, but indeed rested my field of vision due to insufficient levels of illumination. Now if we consider the pistol, that is called Object A, which was indeed shown in darkness. It is difficult to say certainly that Object A was indeed Object A. I think it means you couldn't see it that clearly.
Bad for a normal witness.
And the fact that a pistol was fired before my eyes is indisputable. I can still see it, and I close my eyes. The defendant raised his weapon.
Okay. Are you absolutely certain only one shot was fired?
Yes,
But
why do you ask?
Ha! Contradiction. Fine. Mr. Stickler, according to the court record, the pistol was fired twice. Clear. That is not the voice I had for this. Objection! Objection! Wow, I was giving him. I thought you really. Objection! Sir Herr Justice. But no, it's objection! He has a regular American accent? But okay, voice changing. Okay. Good eyes, Good eyes, Herr Justice. You're cool. Real cool. Huh? You really think so? Aw, he's blushing. You've never been complimented like this before, Apollo. Yet, there is no reason why the other shot had to have been fired at that. You're right. Meaning? This pistol came from the Kentucky family mansion. Ja? I think it's not unreasonable to assume the pistol had been fired once before that night. During, perhaps, another altercation. Got a point.
Judging from his smug expression, I say Prosecutor Gavin had an answer ready before he even spotted the problem. He seems pretty confident in his testimony. We always make the biggest mistakes when we're our most confident. He's got a weak point somewhere, Apollo. Find it.
Right. I'm gonna give that testimony another listen. That was it? Alright, I passed through the park on my way home from shopping when I saw them. One man pulling a stand, another man facing him. I saw them quite clearly. The man facing the victim was the defendant. In his hand he held, yes, a pistol. It was pointed at the man pulling the stand. Hit the man square in the forehead. Okay, let's check this. Right temple. Straight in the forehead, but right temple. Objection! Aha! Got it! That's all of it. I think I have a chance. Is that you? Oh yeah, I forgot his voice. I just went to dinner, so. What was it? Is that you relaxing? I see. Herr Justice? Huh? Oh, Objection! Once is quite enough, Mr. Justice.
Oh, pace yourself. This car's not over yet.
Right. Look at this. The autopsy report? Is there a problem with the autopsy report? Right. A problem. Problem. Yes! The problem is the location of the entry wound. The location? You testified that the killer shot the victim square in the forehead, did you not?
I have already determined your angle of inquiry. Allow me to explain. It's quite simple, really. First, understand that when I say square, I speak not of the geometrical absolute. What I mean by this, for example, the deflection of a meter is with the wavelength of the light emitted by a krypton particle, as we all know. In addition, it is a well-known fact that the krypton particles are rare and invisible to the naked eye, which points to a basic fallacy in a line of reasoning, namely the Mr. Justice! Yes? So you're objecting to these, or krypton particle things? This is the big time. You're obsessed with something so small? You disappoint me. No! I'm obsessed with something big. I mean, there's a bigger, less nitpicky problem here. Do tell. Let's look at the autopsy report. The location of the entry wound was the right temple. Temple? Mr. Stickler, you said it quite clearly that the victim was shot square in the forehead. That's a contradiction. Isn't it? I think it is. Please, let it be. It is, right? Fine. Objection! Herr Justice. Oh, Herr Justice. Objection! Yes? Your tactics are outdated, trying to shake the witness by objecting to trifles. Surely you haven't forgotten the fatal wound your master suffered 7 years ago? Phoenix Wright, was it? Huh? Look, I know the wound was the wrong place according to his testimony. New York. No, what happened to his eyes? Hey, Herr For... Excuse me? Apollo's forehead is not that big. Herr Forehead. Yeah, it's forehead. Yeah, I'm not gonna give him the objection voice. I'm just gonna say it to German.
Let us imagine you are walking through the park. You see two men facing each other, one with a pistol trained on the other. What would you do, forehead? Forehead? Well, I guess I'll try to stop them. Probably shout, stop! And you, Fraulein?
Me? Well, we scream, eek!
And you, Herr Stickler? What did you shout? I wonder. Ah! He turned his head at the last moment. Ah, yes. Thank you for jogging my memory. What? Sounds like in a dead dumb the testimony is required. Alright, new testimony. Here we go. Okay. As soon as the killer raised his pistol, I took action. Cease this at once, you two, I cried with composure. The victim turned in the direction of my voice, and a shot rang out. Whereupon our cowardly killer, the defendant, appeared to have been frightened. Tossing the pistol aside, he fled from the scene. I see. So you turned to stop the crime? Indeed. With composure.
Well, maybe the criminal wouldn't have fired if you hadn't shouted like that.
It doesn't really matter now, unfortunately. Let us continue this new... Yeah, I don't know what voice to give Clavier. Let us consider this new testimony, shall we? Observe the diagram, if you would. There's a diagram? The witness, Mr. Stickler, wasn't. Stood here, shouted, "Oh, stop, please!" or something of this nature. The victim responded by looking in the witness's direction. The killer was to have fired at just that moment. As you can see, the bullet would have struck the right temple. Yeah, right. That does seem to be the case. With the power of a junior Ivy on Ivy University Department of Science. Very well, Mr. Justice, you may cross-examine the witness. I think I have it. Maybe. I don't know. No, I'm less confident now that I said it. That's something but let me just look at everything. Okay, I'll press on everything. So you saw a raised pistol. Weren't you frightened? It can be said, we students of Ivy University know no fear. The moment I saw the pistol, my inner sense of justice compelled me to take action. That was certainly brave of you. You might have gotten shot. Certainly were lucky. If I were in the killer's shoes, I certainly wouldn't have left a witness behind.
Andrew looks like he had no idea he was in danger.
Regardless, I typically hope the bloodshed. Fishy, fishy, fishy. Are you sure both men were able to hear your voice? They were, of course. My high, exquisite voice echoed through the park. And the victim responded to that clarion call. Quite. Okay, nothing there. Did you hear the gunshot at the same time as the victim turned? Indeed, I would say about the same time, to be precise. And the victim didn't ask you for his help? It can be said that he didn't have time to ask. He didn't even have time to take a single step.
Don't be sure that the killer fired because Mr. Stickler started rolling.
Say that too loud, Trucy. Please. Okay. Currently, the defendant appeared to have become... Why? You describe the killer's actions more clearly.
He seemed quite surprised, especially considering that it was he who did the deed. As we can see, human psychology is a tangled web, indeed.
Simply couldn't believe what he had done. He shot, he panicked. A common tale, but true.
Unfortunately, so I could take further action.
I think this is it. You didn't try to apprehend the criminal?
It all happened so fast, I'm afraid I didn't have time.
Isn't something about that
Strike you as odd?
Yeah, he was in a hurry, right? He fired the pistol and tossed it right away.
according to the testimony, that's what happened, yes. In that case, I'd expect to find something that we didn't find.
Find something? Find what?
I like that contradiction. Kinda sad to see it go.
Not as sad as I feel. What do we do now?
least the testimony's getting a little cleaner. She's right. Maybe I can find something to use in this new testimony. Alright, go back. Okay. You fled from the scene, tossing the pistol aside. Let me save, just so I don't have to go to the second part. Or the first. Well, yeah, the second part. No. Alright. Tossing the pistol aside. Huh. Fingerprints were white. It's either this or the knife. I'm gonna give the pistol a go first. Objection! That was it? Wait a second!
Test, another misleading request. Yet you're so beholden to your own mode of discourse, you can't see how it affects you.
Come again? I don't speak your English. I don't speak nerd. I don't speak smart.
Wait a second, you say?
Oh my... Shut up!
I'm entitled to wait just that. A single second. 1/16 of
1/16. Oh, 60th. I can read.
That's hardly enough time to draw a breath, let alone make a statement. Now, had you asked for a longer period?
Mr. Justice! Yes, Your Honor. I to understand you are objecting to the length of a second. Yes! I mean, no! Just look at the pistol. It doesn't have a single fingerprint on it.
A common ploy made all for the common. I fear by the prevalence of television. Criminals these days are loath to leave fingerprints.
Wait, you said the killer tossed the gun and ran.
That's right!
You didn't have time to wipe the gun for prints? Oh! The little girl sticking it to the university student. There's a song in there.
I'm not little!
And let's think like adults, shall we, Fräulein? What if the killer, the defendant, was wearing gloves? Impossible!
God, man, I didn't think of that, Apollo.
Could the killer have been wearing gloves? No! No way! The knife! The record of the murder weapon is very clear about one thing. The fingerprints were white, which means some trace of print remains. Which contradicts your testimony. If everything happened as you say it did, he would not have had time to wipe the pistol.
My precious book that I have to always object to. That may be, but it does not change what I thought. The killer, the defendant, he threw down the murderous weapon from his hand and fled. And a pistol was found at the scene of the crime, strongly suggesting that this was the weapon he disposed of.
Sounds solid to me. Well, forehead. Any of your precious objections? Yes.
But gives a Paul, let's see that voice training go to work. You know, I recently realized something.
No matter how much you train your voice, it doesn't matter if you have nothing to say.
What do you mean nothing to say? You have something to... The knife! Isn't it obvious what the witness just said?
Isn't what obvious? When he restated what he saw just now, he said he saw a walkie drop a murderous weapon. That was not the same as being 100% certain what walkie threw away. You're right. The views the pistol was found at the crime scene. Mr. Stickler must be hard to be so perfect, yet so wrong. Well, it can't be said that I'm quite offended. Well, it is indeed true that once in my youth I wrote a little speed by a teacher. I'll appear to report might be professor in my name. Yet for the issue. Oh my goodness gracious! Shut your trap. What we can say for certain is that the witness saw the killer throw something. Does the defense have anything to say about this? Indeed, I do. What if what he threw wasn't the pistol? It had to be something else. At least one person on the defense team seems to be thinking. Take a smile off your pretty face, Gavin. Perhaps you can inform the court as to the nature of that something else. What did the killer throw away before fleeing the scene? I'll tell you what he threw! Is that a sword? I got it! I saw one of those on the late night movie last night. Great! A sleep-deprived judge! This knife was found at the scene of the crime, with the defendant's prints on it. His prints? This single piece of evidence proves two important things. 1. What the defendant threw down wasn't a pistol. 2. The defendant was not wearing gloves. Indeed. Wow, I feel so smart! Oh, our forehead. You're forgetting two other things you just proven. What would that be, Clavier? 1. That the man the witness saw was the defendant, Mr. Walkie-Talkie. 2. That the defendant was holding a knife with the interest of harming the victim. Ah! Indeed. But if he meant to harm him, that doesn't mean he did the deed. Don't underestimate Gavin is the lesson here.
This court is of the opinion of that our witness is fond of making assumption. In that light, I believe it would be hopeless to hear about what really occurred. With less assuming, please.
Flippity, 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 flippity. Close the book. It is always the same with you people. Mark left the house on foot, and 5 minutes later, his brother left after him. All I'm going to take for Mark's brother to catch up with him. Assuming that Mark never had to stop for a traffic light. Assuming. Yes, that's what I said. Assuming. As if there were a probable situation at all. Yet here we are assuming that my assumption is no better.
I can't take it any longer. This is just as worse as that circus case I did like lots of years ago. What this court assumes is that the witness will testify to what happened after the shot was fired. Part 3 or part 4. But anyway,
I could not prevent the killer from leaving the scene. Okay? Nor could I simply leave the scene in a good conscience. Ergo, I used my cell phone to call the police. I will believe it arrived at the scene 10 minutes later. I saw no one else. I got it! Why didn't you chase the killer? He was, as you say, a killer. Of course, I could have run him down, yet what we have done was cornered. Sadly, it takes more than an aptitude for solving quadratic equations to know that.
Did the testimony earlier not prove the defendant's presence at the scene? And do we not also know that there was no one else there? Seems clear that we have our killer. Does it not? Does it not, Mr. Justice? We'll find a way to take this testimony down quick.
Alright. I think I know what it is. I think, if I'm doing this, big brain. Alright. Statement of the phone. Okay.
Wasn't your first thought to call an ambulance?
Having said that I have dabbled in medicine, the injury I witnessed, namely a single shot to the head, tends to result in death. Ergo, there was no need for me to call an ambulance. Oh, a perfect syllogism of both in 3 parts. Exquisite. Simply exquisite. Oh, he's going to cry.
Yeah, Trucy looked at me there. Well, let me take a look at this.
Nothing here. What is this huge box strap? I want one. Kind of odd though. What is it? I mean, if you wanted to know the time, just look at the phone itself. Hey, you're right, sharp, Apollo. Thanks. Finally, some respect. What does that tell you? Well, the owner of this phone doesn't think through the details, for one. They dropped their phone after all. I figured that they were a little spacey already. Oh, good point.
They were a little spacey already. Save. If this isn't Big Brain... Objection! It's not Big Brain. Nope. Okay, I'll gladly take the penalty. Man, I thought I was going somewhere with that. Okay. Let's just go. Okay, from 1 to 1. Which way did the killer run?
By that time, it was clear that the killer had noticed me. Naturally, he ran in the opposite direction. He ran in the opposite direction from the Kentucky mansion.
Achtung! Don't even think about pointing out that he was going away from his home. All he had to do was loop back once he was out of sight. I know that's where I was going. Oh, there's that jester again. You were certainly composed for someone who had just witnessed a killing.
If one should devote one's life to the other pursuit of science, one must never flinch at the sight of a little blood. Did someone say science? Emma, now's not your time. Go home, please. Oh, sorry, I'll be leaving now. Bye. Science! Who was that? The clear does not have the intellectuality that I have. So, pitiful girl. Nor be so moved by a chemical discovery that one drops one's flask upon the lab room floor.
Oh, cool answer. Very cool. I'm strange about how he acted. Maybe he has something to say. So with that one? I'll go this one again. Skim it. Yeah. Okay, so TRUCY is skeptical of that one. Okay, press on this one.
Can you tell us in detail about these 10 minutes? I thought in the sake of hiding the work. Anything could happen at any moment. Anyone could appear from any direction.
Is that all?
No one came. Nothing happened at all. I saw it all, which is to say, I saw nothing.
It was late at night. It's not odd to think there would be few people around the park.
Just stood there watching.
Not much going on there.
Got something to say. By all means, say it.
Oh, that's it. It's time to back off a little bit.
Yes.
There's nothing fishy about that testimony at all. It appears there are no objections to the witness' current testimony. There are a number of ways to explain the lack of prints on the pistol, I assure you. Perhaps the killer really was wearing gloves which wiped the previous user's prints off. After the deed was done, this fell out of his pocket and he was throwing the gun away. A mistake benefiting of a small-time punk, in my opinion.
No.
No! As we come to the end of the line here. Oh, that can't be all. How unfortunate. Seems that you weren't cut out to stand on the same stage as me. Were you, Herr Forehead? Leave this brings the cross-examination to a close. This court will now declare a verdict for the defendant. Walkie-talkie.
I knew it!
I absolutely knew it. If you didn't say, should I press further, I knew. What the heck? TRUCY? Nobody move.
What's the meaning of this? Who are you?
There will be no verdict in this court, not yet.
Wait, are you one of the Kitakis?
The Kitakis? You mean the notorious gangsters?
What are you doing to TRUCY?
If you don't want to see me give the pretty little girl a new smile, do as I say. You're in the court for 20 minutes.
What? This court will not bow for the pressure for the likes of...
Herr Judge. I see little point in further advocating this gentleman. Recess. 20 minutes. Or I promise you, you'll regret it.
He took TRUCY's hat as well. Wait! Where did he disappear? Where's TRUCY?